Me. Also me. What does this mean? So you are black sludge, but you're also stuck in black sludge, and you're also trying to pull yourself out of you, which is black sludge? I feel like it's just a nightmare. It's just like, I am awful. The worst, actually, which, you know, comes in waves. Anyways, hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Try Not to Grinn. We are back in our memes tab in our Discord. Love you all to pieces. We've actually heavily moved this series kind of over on our Saturday stream over at twitch.tv. We're just sitting here looking at memes, mostly talking about everything, actually. Just like, yeah, well, most of the time we don't even get a chance to look at memes because we're goofing. And we're just like, and yeah, anywho, we're looking at memes. DM introduces non-hostile gnoll NPC that just happens to be a female, okay? How the DM describes her, how most of the party sees her, how the bard sees her. Bards are sick fucks. Okay, I'm curious, because I don't know anything about D&D really besides like what social media / media at large has kind of told me. Does the bard, so like, I know you can like, hopefully there's like, it's like a part of the game where you could like roll for how much you like charm this person. It's just I've never seen like a DM be so cool about it to like let you actually accrue like a party of people, like an actual like horde of like the fucking bard, I guess, if he has a greater ability to persuade or something. If it is, it's usually like the DM's like, yeah, so they die. Like they're like, I'll keep you alive, but you're like stupid entourage, I'm gonna kill them. They're going real hard. Unless they get perfect rolls, they're going, you know? Which to me, I don't know, that'd be an awesome idea for a video game. Like where you could pick the weakest class was actually the strongest, but just because they actually developed the strength of what it would be to be someone who's like incredibly charismatic and like can win over people just by your charm alone. Where everyone's like, I'm gonna invest in strength. You're just like, what if I find someone who's already done that way better than all of you and get them to be on my side or something, you know? God, when your friend is about to do something stupid but you kind of want to see what happens, stop. But it's green light. So it's like green, but maybe it's, you know, hey, maybe it's for colorblind people. I don't know what the spectrum is. I don't think that's right. I feel like they could do like the pattern thing where they show various like colorblind options. Itchy anime, wholesome anime, me. Is this the one creep anime? The one where the bitches be dying and being murdered all the time? Ugh. Anyways, itchy anime and wholesome anime. Well, I've talked to you guys about this beforehand, but contrary, itchy anime loses me a lot sometimes. When it becomes the whole point of the show is like booba. Bum. Close, but never there. I'm just like, oh my god. The one thing that I do think is like, some people are, I'm adjacent to, unfortunately, a party of people, which is the harem anime community. Not because I'm a doucher who doesn't believe in, like, I would like one single partner in my life, ideally. Having multiple people would be exhausting, especially if you have any sort of self-esteem for making people happy and content in the world. Anyways, but I really like, the whole harem anime archetype, because you get to see a lot of actual cool personalities. A lot of times they're tropey, and at this point I'm starting to kind of like, okay, is a trope, but they broke the trope. Well, that's kind of cool. They kind of back on the trope. So it's kind of a wave, but I don't know. It's cool to me to see like multiple different perspectives from different people. With having said though, not a lot of anime actually like goes balls deep into things, you know? Like I think it'd be fun if there was an anime that actually explored like the yandere, psychotic like obsessive disorder in an environment that would otherwise make it so that it works, I guess. So like if you were in an environment where you were like, I have no, like the environment they were talking about it, but like you're in a dangerous world and your only like skill is charm or is charisma or charisma. And you found like one person and you wooed them, but then it became kind of like a destructive obsession. And then you kind of having to be like, how do I work this in a way that doesn't let myself or the people around me get stabbed by this psycho bitch, but also keeps her happy and content in the world, because yeah, I wouldn't be alive without the person, you know? Anime hasn't really done that, and if it has, it's been like a one-off thing, which is like, psst, and then it goes back to doing the hardcore tropey things. So it'll do like tropey things, and I'm like, oh, so close to being unique and cool. Anyways, girl, I finished an anime within a day. Ooh, that's nice. What anime? One Piece. What? Yeah, you cheated. You either have some sort of you're a witch, or I'll probably you've seen like a summarization of most of the things, which I think is honestly the play. I don't know. I know some people dude. Oh, my only thing, and maybe it's because I'm not in that many other communities. Like, I'm not really deep into like the Marvel community. I like it. I enjoy it. I look at the atmosphere and I'm like, yeah. So I don't know what the negatives are there. I'm sure there's plenty. But for me, man, the whole like anime prude is the worst. Cause it's like, you're trash. I'm trash. We're all fucking trash. What are we doing? What are we doing by saying like, you have to watch every single episode of Bleach or else you're not in our club? And I'm like, I don't want to be in your club. I want to watch a good show and I don't want to watch a bunch of filler fucking episodes, you psycho. Goddamn all of you. Anyways, what? What is it? What? Why is there a hand? It's like 2 types of Genshin Impact players when they lose 50-50. No, you can't do this to me. I've been saving and skipping banners. Copium. At least I'm guaranteed the next 5-star. Baby, an optimist. I'm the last one for sure. I'm always trying to find a mental loop to say like, haha, see, I'm winning. Like this is the best possible thing that could have happened for me, actually. But yeah, I'm just why does he have a black hand? Is it because he's wearing a leather glove? I was like, why is there like some sort of man touching Aether's face? But it looked like a black man's hand with like a wristband. I was like, what? But it might be like Aether with a leather glove or something. I don't know. Critical damage, critical rate. Yeah, that's what? That can't happen, right? You can't get 20 crit rate on a timepiece. Alright? That doesn't seem even remotely possible. I've never seen anything above 12 crit rate. Thank you very much. I've seen like 24. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, what a beautiful boy, girl, whatever. Sorry. Find someone who looks at you the way this adorable puppy looks at his human. I don't know if that's a great idea. I don't know if that's a great idea. Your girl just looking at you with a tongue out like that. You're like, are you good? You take some drugs? Why you just blank ass stare looking up at me? When my parents went to Ireland with my grandfather and haven't been there for 25 years, he took them to his favorite pub. When they went in, a guy at the bar said, "Oh God, he's back." Is this like Irish people being like, how charming? Like, we never forget you. We love you. We'll shit on you to death, but we'll love you and remember you forever. Or is it like your grandpa or father is a sick bastard? Who knows? Done some dark ass shit in that pub. Yeah, I like Panic at the Disco too. But have you heard of Crying at the? Jeez, golly. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's most people. You know what I mean? If you, I don't want to go with this joke, but imagine if you were within there, man. You know the meme where it's like a bunch, like you're like, it's like a shitty drawing, and it's like this guy, like everyone's partying and kissing, and there's a dude in the corner with like a beer, like, what the fuck am I doing here? Or like the meme is like, if they only knew I was bet on Bitcoin or some bullshit. Or something equally as not. If they only never knew I had like the max rating in whatever game. Anyways. But I just think of that instance times a million. Like, what is an instance where you go to a party and you're just kind of lost because your friend left you and you're surrounded by strangers fucking around doing everything and anything, and you're just kind of like, I hate this moment more than words can describe. And then this is times a million. You're sitting there like, is that someone's licking an asshole over there? Oh, okay. Oh God, it smells so bad in here. Dude, I don't know. I just think there's so many things that hippity happen when that's hippity happening that it just seems like filth. Like the definition of filth. Ugh. Anyways, now some people like them filth. Go get after it. To me, I put myself in that situation. I go, I can't. I would like run at a wall as hard as I could and knock myself out. Probably be a bad idea in this circumstance, but I would just need to not be there. I would just need to get out. Graphics. Okay, let me look at this. This is like the best. Yeah, gameplay peak Maruno. I don't, whatever the fucking, I can't say it, but peak peak. Story. Is it? Is story that great? Is it? Are like 90% of all games that have survived the last 5 to 7 years story dependent? Call of Duty, a Battlefield, bad arguments, I understand. Mortal Kombat. Any game like that, I feel like the story is like, that's nice. A good story adds to the overall experience. But to me, it doesn't make it, you know, unless that's the whole fucking point. But even still, I would argue, even like in an Uncharted or Last of Us, there's a reason why you still play. Like, yes, the story is what kind of pulls you through, but the gameplay is also the thing that keeps you feeling engaged and anchored in the story itself. There wasn't these moments where you had to engage. It's almost like when, like if you want to have a better time in the theaters and watching a movie, they add sound effects, they add lighting tricks, they add like moments that they kind of make you like, you know, focus up. It's like an algorithm of how to maintain your attention, and games are kind of doing the same thing. But I don't know. Music, I feel like, is pretty good. I would probably put music above story, because to me, gameplay and atmosphere are probably the most important thing for me. I would just say one thing that I don't think is here. Art style is one of them. Characters, I would say characters are much more important than story. Some would say they're the synonymous. I wouldn't. Replay value, accessibility. To me, man, some could argue like these are all one and the same, so when one is all encompassing, that's fair. But to me, it's gameplay, atmosphere, which is kind of like sound and music. And then the other one is gameplay loop or loop, I guess. Like, what is the thing that you are going to be doing, and why does that loop or system make sense? I guess that's a better way to put it. Gameplay, atmosphere, systems. So does the system do what it's objectively trying to do? Whereas a lot of times I think things that are just put in a game without them having any sort of like idea of what they're supposed to accomplish, and they're just kind of added there for adding's sake, which is not actually like a useful resource that people can interface with and does the job of like pulling people in. Anyways, love this meme. I've always thought this to the most. Like, I think graphics are meaningless, more or less. I think people make a good argument to where graphics and sound a little bit above graphics, because if something just sounds like shit, it's like you literally can't stand it, you know, whereas you can just kind of be like, okay, I guess I'm listening to this if it's the audio is at least good. I think there's a point where it's like, yeah, even that, if you don't have good enough graphics, it becomes like a shit show. But I think style is the ultimate thing people should bank on. But instead they're like, but what if we can make it so that you need 6 graphics cards to run a facial mapping? Yes? No. How about no? This is a horrible looking scene. Me, the anime I found yesterday. The 30 anime in my watch list. You son of a bitch. How could you? Oh man, but sometimes it's good to throw something into chaos a little bit, to where you're not just like a machine, just like, check this off the list, check this off the list. Like, I threw a curveball into the machine of anime that I watched, and it wasn't even an anime. It was called Classroom, or Deadly Classroom is what the name of it is. It's not even an anime. But the premise of the show is the most like real live action anime thing you can possibly see, besides some sort of cringe grossness of actually recreating anime in real life. Ugh. Anyways, what's this? Listen to mum. Alright? Always say no to strangers. 10 years ago. No. What does this mean? I'm lost. Also, does she have a pee-pee? Because there's a bulge happening. I don't know. I'm not done. I think it's just a meme of like, hey, like, stop it. Thoughts, I guess. I don't fucking know. this whole mom thing is, I don't know. There's a lot here. But wait, I was gonna say, man, this is something that's just kind of funny as like an actual like thing that we've all experienced, where a lot of things you were told when you were a kid, like don't talk to strangers, you know, don't get into the vehicle of a stranger, you know, kind of keep to yourself, I guess, all these kind of things. Mostly just like don't talk to strangers, and don't like get into a car with strangers. Don't eat food given by a stranger, and that's literally Uber, Uber, Lyft. Postmates, like where you're going to, they're handling your food. You don't know who this guy is. He works for a company, but you don't know. He's a random fucking freelance person. So it's crazy how like our future became all of the things that were like, how about, no, don't do that. Which there's still good reason not to, to do that, frankly. But anyways, Ito and Kujo Sara. I like the couple. Although it wouldn't work, frankly. She's too up goddamn riding Shogun's, you know, whole business. I think it's a sweet thing, maybe. Actually, no, that actually would work. Like if she ever just like chilled out and was like, maybe I should stop like fawning over this god who is kind of flawed. And Ito is like the embodiment of like unemployed chaos, but good, kind-hearted, like childlike wonder, I guess. And Kujo Sara is literally the opposite. She's like, I am disciplined, focused, like what do you call it? Having everything in the right sequence. So I feel like that might complete the sum whole of all of it. So that's sweet. I like that fan art. That's nice. Anyways, Dad, they're in the yard. Who's in the yard? The boys. That's no. Stop. I keep laughing at the fact that I laugh and it's such a stupid bullshit thing. Oh, this is the worst. This is like falling into a trap. 100%. When I show someone this meme and they don't know what anime it's from, you're pathetic. Is it like a Sailor Moon reboot thing? Cause she's got the long pigtails. I don't know. Although it does have this weird like art style I've seen in other Hadada, when I always go down in the comments and say, what is this oh, it's a fucking porn thing. Ugh. I'm not against that. I'm just against, you know, tiny version of person who is involved with watching anime alone. The best. Oh, when your partner oh yeah, so wholesome, not so wholesome. I personally lock the door so nobody can ever enter my space ever. Frankly, mostly because I like my mouth drops open. Not because I'm a perv. I do this when I'm playing video games, but I'm a mouth breather. Disgusting, I know. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm just like in like a fucking coma. Like all my body's shut down because I'm always sore because I work out almost every day, and I'm sitting there like, just rest, just rest. So if somebody came in, they were like, are you even alive? And I'm like, kinda, we're on the precipice. My FBI agent watching me as I open the incognito tab for the 7th time tonight. You're a madman, aren't you? Aren't you? 7th time. Are you dying every time you go into the abyss? What happened? Cause yeah, at a certain point, I remember back in my days, at a certain point, nothing happening. Are you gonna like a little nothing happened. 7th is definitely the time, unless you got some sort of hyper productive ass ew. Run. I hate all of it. Why are you watching this? Is anime or Hadada? Is that yeah, it's the healer one. Yeesh. I mean, see, this is where I'm kind of in a weird place. Like, say if you are watching, this is my kind of whole thing with the whole itchy thing. Do you want to watch an anime like do you want to watch an anime like permanently hard the whole time, or do you just want to sit there and be happy? Because like I feel like shows that are like, hey, they just fucking go do it, but then the whole show is hey, so you're sitting there just like, this was 7 hours, seven times, 7th time incognito meme we just looked at. It's the same shit. Why do you want to be perma that for the whole goddamn experience? I don't know how it is with women. For people who like the whole, what is it called, yaoi kind of Yuri on Ice situation. Who knows? How does that work? Because like with dudes, at least you and then it goes down. For women, because I feel like it would just be like, maybe people are just like, nah, Grinn, I just like put it, I compartmentalize it. Like I don't even, it's not even there. But for me, I'm like, dude, I don't know. I just feel like if it's the main point of it's like trying to be like, and I just feel like you're, yeah. How are you able to get anything done? How are you able to pay attention properly, you know? God, this is definitely a correlation between the meme of the FBI agent 7 times the goddamn day. Golly, takes a picture, John. Dinner is ready. I mean, John's a beautiful man. Okay, last one, ladies and gentlemen. If you know what these things have to do with each other, it's time to ice your bad knee. Is that a possum, a mushroom, and a snake? That's not a possum. Honey badger, mushroom, snake. I don't get it. I feel left out. Also, hey, I see you goddamn people out here saying that I need to like zoom in or like bring my monitor closer. Really? Really? I need to take my monitor that's hooked up to my various intricate background wiring, etc. I need to somehow bring it closer so that the one meme that I can't read or see, just to have this one thing. What? What? No. At best you get from me is this. One of these, and then you see me like edit that out, and then I just do this a bunch. Because you just see me being like, okay, it says this. Okay, it says this. And then we piece it together, alright? You swap my brain. You have fun reading with fucking some sort of weird bullshit thing happening. Anyways. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. That was our lovely and beautiful perfect memes tab. I say that not because of anything besides your guys' absolute grace and wonder. Thank you so much for uploading stuff on there all the time. Again, this is my favorite series. Sometimes when there's literally nothing to cover, we go hard on this, which is why I appreciate so many people continuing to upload memes on it. Yeah, for me, sometimes there is stuff to cover like Dying Light or, you know, Elden Ring around the corner, those kind of things. Genshin also popping off at the same time. Crazy how things always work that way, of nothing going on and then everything going on all at once. But needless to say, I appreciate everyone who puts a lot of memes in the memes tab. Always makes me chuckle. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe button over there. We will stream this probably on Saturday, and I'll try to make sure we get to actually looking at memes and not just talking about everything all the time. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.